when brothers Ashton and Grant were forced to leave their lives behind as kids, all they had was a box, their backpacks and each other. Then even that was at risk until a caseworker stepped in and asked a simple question that would change everything.
There was a time where a knife was held to both of our throats.
Ashton Klein was just a kid, seeing things no 5-year-old ever should.
I remember kind of clutching a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle under the bed for protection, with the knowledge that my dad may actually beat us and would be hurting my mum.
Ashton's father, Claude Monks, robbed him of a childhood, inflicting fear and torment on him, his mother Viola and younger brother Grant.
I didn't really see a lot of the violence. It was kind of behind closed doors to me.
But on September 27, 2000, Grant witnessed his mum's murder. He was 6.
I had tipped out all my Hot Wheels cars in the lounge room and then just heard screaming.
3 days after their mother died, Ashton and Grant were living alone in the home they'd shared with their mum when they were told they'd be separated.
So what's going through your mind when you learn that you might actually be separated?
Absolute heartbreak. We were at a time where we needed each other the most. And I remember those initial 3 nights of us just clutching each other in our bed to be comforted.
After managing to stay together in emergency foster care for 6 months, plans to split the brothers up in new long-term homes were underway when caseworker Marie from the Alana and Madeline Foundation stepped in.
Marie was the first person that actually sat with us and said, what is it that you need and what is it that you want? And those simple questions led to us then remaining together.
Sarah Davies is the Foundation's CEO.
So that case therapist would need to have worked with the police and law enforcement. They would need to have worked with the child protection system. They would need to have worked with the medical people.
I just remember an overwhelming sense of relief, knowing that we would be together.
Grant and Ashton are examples of the children that are left bereaved by those sorts of circumstances and then suddenly find themselves functionally orphaned.
Having been a social care worker for more than 30 years, Lee Cameron has disturbing memories of taking children from violent homes.
We were removing these 3 very young children, like Ashton and Grant, very similar situation, and we had nothing to give them. And we were picking up their clothes off the floor, and as we were loading them into the car, I said to my colleague, I can't believe that the lives of these children are summarised, summed up in a garbage bag.
Now, Lee is the Alana and Madeline Foundation's Director of Trauma-Informed Programs, the Buddy Bags program being one of them. Since 2010, thousands of children have received a buddy bag with their own toothbrush, teddy bear, books, clean pyjamas, underwear and other essentials most take for granted.
Everything that we distribute across the country is as a result of the fundraising that we're able to do.
We're able to source and pack and distribute about 5,500 bags a year. We have demand for probably twice that.
It made my heart feel really great, mate. I've never been given a surprise before.
These boxes full of thank you cards show how much they mean to traumatised kids.
The photo frame is great. I'm going to put a picture of my mum who passed away in it. Thanks. There's a lot of sad stories in these boxes.
Yeah, but there's stories of incredible hope as well, because these kids are now safe.
Mum's teacup. She had a very particular way of drinking her tea and always needed it out of this cup.
This box is all Ashton and Grant have of their mum's belongings.
Well, it sounds like you saw firsthand the impact of that experience of just having to walk away from a life with very little.
Yeah, as I said, I walked out of that door. Grant walked out of that door as well with a backpack and this box. I don't imagine that we would be where we are today without the Alana and Madeline Foundation stepping in at that critical juncture.
Well, imagine you're in a situation where everything that you know changes, the people that you know, the place you know, and your siblings who have survived that experience along with you aren't there either.
According to the foundation, between 11 and 12,000 children are removed from their homes every year across Australia. That hasn't changed in 5 or 6 years, so something is fundamentally broken. And the young lives caught up in this are up against a drastic shortage of foster carers who can take in multiple siblings.
It is a system under extreme stress.
So what needs to change?
2 things. The first is how that child feels in the moment, and that's the point of the buddy bag. But the other thing that needs to change is the design of the whole system around them.
And so, the work of the Alana and Madeline Foundation never stops.
It's not much, but in the eyes of a child that's in a crisis, it's everything.
I don't think we would both be the people we are today without each other.
And thank goodness that they were able to stay together. I don't know what we would do without amazing organisations like the Alana and Madeline Foundation. And remember, there is help available if you are in or know somebody in a domestic violence situation. You can phone 1800 RESPECT, that's 1800 737 732.